Good morning, my dear students. Once again, welcome to Parvati again, Bamuja College of Engineering, Vagoli. I am your subject in charge, Professor Chaitali ma'am. Okay. So, previous lecture we discussed about the open spaces and marginal distance. We discussed about the ventilation shaft, interior courtyard. Okay. Also, we discuss about the outer courtyard. In that, we discuss about the educational institutional building, assembly building, mercantile and storage building, industrial buildings. Okay. Now, in today's lecture, we will move on to the next topic, that is the height regulations. What is plinth area? What is covered area? What is setback distance? What is the building various forms of the building coverage? What is carpet area? What is the floor area ratio? What is the building line and control line? Okay. So, we will start with the one by one. So, first is the height of the building or the height regulations of the building. You know that the height of the building is governed by the width of the road which is in front of the building or the minimum width of the rear space. Okay. In city areas, the construction is allowed on fall areas without provision of margins on any side. In such cases, it becomes necessary to check that the height of one building does not obstruct ventilations of the property on the other side of the road. Okay. For this, a light plane is marked at a suitable angle from the edge or road on other side. Means what? If the maximum height of the building is not exceed 1.5 times the width of the road. Got it? The width of the road चा 1.5 times exceed नाही होला पाहिजे height of the building. Okay. For a building in vicinity of aerodromes, the maximum height of the building is fixed in consultation with civil aviation authorities. That means what is mean by the vicinity of aerodromes? म्हणजे जो airport side चा area आहे, airport side चा जो परिसर आहे, around that परिसर the maximum height ही fixed असते, जे की सिव्हिल एव्हिएशन अथॉरिटीज डिसाईड करतात. तर त्याच्यानुसार मग बिल्डिंगची हाईट ठरते. ओके. बघा तुम्ही कधी पण बघा जिथं एअरपोर्ट आहे, सपोज इथं लोहगावचं एअरपोर्ट आहे, त्या एअरपोर्टच्या साईडचा जो परिसर आहे त्याची जी बिल्डिंगची हाईट असते ती मॅक्झिमम 1 to 2 फ्लोअर असते, त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त नाही. कारण तसं ते रिस्ट्रिक्ट केलेलं असतं त्या एरियासाठी की तुम्ही बिल्डिंगची हाईट ॲज एअरपोर्टच्या परिसरामध्ये तेवढीच ठेवू शकता. ओके. So, for that it is fixed and it is decided by the civil aviation authorities. There is also one rule, if the height of the building is more, but in that case 1/3 of the roof area is not included, including if there is a roof tank and its supports, it is ventilating or the lift room or roof structures other than the penthouses. Okay. This shall not included in the height of the building. There is also one point I have to discuss here. If the height of a building is suitably curtailed off to allow the light plane to pass as shown below, means what? The angle of the light plane is 45 degree or 63.5 degree. I will discuss it. What is the angle of the light plane? What is the first floor and second floor size? What is the setback? Okay, I will discuss it in the next slide. But just remember that the setback becomes necessary when the total height of the building exceeds twice the road width. Okay, setback is necessary when the height of the building is exceed twice of the road width. This is the one of the height regulations. Okay. If the width of the road is up to 8 meter, then the height of the building is not more than the 1.5 times the road width. Okay. If the width of the road is 8 meter to 12 meter, then the height of the building should not be more than the 12 meter, and if the width of the road is more than 12 meter, then no more than road width and 21 meter. Okay. Means if the width of the road is 12 मीटर पेक्षाची width असेल तर रोडच्या width पेक्षा जास्त नाही पाहिजे किंवा 21 मीटर पेक्षा जास्त नाही पाहिजे height of the building. Okay. See here we discussed that the light plane. See, you can see here. See, this is the angle, this is the rear space. Okay, this is a rear boundary, but the angle of the height of the building, you can see this is the angle of the height of the building, is not 63.5 degree or 45 degree. Okay. Okay. You can see here, this is a setback distance. Here is also a setback distance. Okay, so here is a formula for height of the building. It is 2 into bracket a plus 2b. A means what? Right of way. B means what? Setback. Okay. So what is the advantages of the airplane rule? Airplane rules means the area under the which that buildings comes under the aeroplane mode, airplane areas or the airplane environment. Okay. So first advantage of the airplane rule is that it does not allow the tall buildings to grow nearby buildings of lesser height. Okay, the first rule is what? It does not allow the tall building to grow nearby buildings of lesser height. Second one, it establishes the minimum standard in terms of the light, air and space, thereby creates the healthy condition. Right, because of the less height of the building, what happened? The light, air and the space is available efficiently, so thereby it creates the healthy conditions. Third one, it controls the setback from road. Setback means there is a distance between the center to the boundary of the line of the building line. Okay, it controls the setback from roads. Also, it helps to construct the building with uniform height, and the harmonious grouping makes the street picture as pleasing as possible. These are the advantages of the airplane rule. Okay, you can see here the setback distance. First, what is the setback distance? Setback distance means it is the distance measured from the center line of a road up to which the plinth of the building may extend. Okay, you can see here, this is a building, this is a street, this is the front yard setback, this is the street, this is the front yard setback, this is the side yard setback, this is the rear yard setback, this is the side yard setback. Okay, again here you can see here, this is the interior setback, this is the side setback, this is the rear setback, this is the front setback, and this is a street side setback. Okay, this is the 3D view. This is rear setback, side setback, front setback, side setback. Okay, so it is provided to facilitate the future road widening, parking of the vehicles, free circulation of air, etc. Also, the setback distance is about 1.5 to 1.67 times more for theatres, commercial complexes, factories than residential buildings. See, what is the use of setback distance? It is provided the facilities of the future road expanding or future road widening, parking of the vehicles, free circulation of the air. Okay. In some public buildings or the public areas like theatres, commercial complexes, it should not be the more than 1.5 to 1.67 times more than the theatres, commercial complexes, factories. Okay. If there is a village road, then the minimum setback distance for the residential building is 9 meter, and for industrial building this is 15 meter. Okay, if there is a major district road, then in residential building minimum setback distance is 15 meter, and industrial building it is 24 meter. And if there is a national or state highway, then the minimum setback distance for the residential building is 30 meter, and for industrial building it is 45 meter. Okay, I think you will get that idea of setback distance for seeing this picture. What is the setback distance? Okay, move to the next slide. Uses. So what is the uses of the setback? You can see here, I will tell you that I am telling you that the first setback distance is for vehicle parking, for the future road widening, for the free circulation of the air. Okay, see, this part is for the rear setback. So what is this advantage? We can provide it the bay window, we can provide the sun shading device, terraces, planters. Okay, and in front setback it is used for the car approaches, pavilion, bay windows, planters and sun shading devices. Okay, and see, you can see here, this is the height of the building, and here they provided the 2 meter minimum rear setback, and 7.5 meters minimum front setback. So that's why what happened, the air, lights, parking to vehicle, sufficient distance for the parking, and also the future road widening, is that all covered in this front setback. Okay, so what is the advantages of the setback distance? See, the first advantage, the setback affects by the building line has the following advantage. First one would what? If necessary, part of the setback may be acquired for the purpose of widening the road. First thing is what? For widening the road. It keeps noise and dust away from the building. Okay, noise and dust away from the building. The straight back street corners improve the visibility, effectively provided for the safety to the traffic. Okay, this is the third advantage. Fourth one is it reduces the danger of fire. Fifth advantage, the space of setbacks can be used as a parking place or for developing a garden. Okay, and the last advantage is it helps the better conditions of the air, light and ventilation of the building. These are the setback distance advantages. Okay, the next is permissible setback. So what is permissible setback? For the better condition of the air, light and ventilation. At corners, it improves the visibility and safety from traffic. At corners, you can see here. This is a property line. See, here is a property line. This is a sideway landscape. Okay, it is a driveway apron. This is a driveway. Okay. So first advantage of permissible setback advantage is at corners it improves the visibility and safety from traffic. The space for the parking, protection of the building from the street nuisance like noise, reduce the danger of fire from neighbor houses, and it provides the privacy in building. ओके, तुम्ही बघितलं असेल खूप ठिकाणी मुंबईमध्ये किंवा बाकीच्या एरियामध्ये जिथे एरिया खूप कमी आहे तिथे रूल्स रेग्युलरनुसार त्यांनी साईड बॅक डिस्टन्स ठेवलेला नाही आहे. अशा ठिकाणी चिटकून घरं असतात. त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं, फायर झाला किंवा म्हणजे आग लागली किंवा मग काही स्फोट झाला किंवा बाकीच्या गोष्टी स्टार्ट झाल्या किंवा खूप सारे हेवी रन झाला किंवा ते घर पडलं तर त्याचा इफेक्ट त्याच्या शेजारच्या घरावर पण होतो. ऑब्व्हियसली त्याच्या तिथे पण नुकसान होतं, तिथे पण खूप सारे डिसॲडव्हान्टेज होतात related to that house. Okay, that's why the setback distance is very much necessary for the privacy purpose, for the noise purpose, for the traffic purpose, or for the danger of the fire from the neighborhood houses, also for the light air purpose. Okay, so side back distance or the setback distance is very much necessary. Okay, the next part is building line and control line. So what is the building line and control line? It is the line up to which, so first we will see about the building line. It is the line up to which the plinth of a building adjoining from the center of the street or an extension of a street in future may lawfully extended. It is also called as the setback or the front building line. Got it? It is the line up to which the plinth of a building adjoining from the center of the street, that is called as a building line. And what is the control line? In public buildings such as the cinema halls, factories, commercial buildings which are generally overcrowded, attracts large number of the vehicle, should be set back a future distance or the set back a further distance which is apart from the building line. The line up to which such a buildings are constructed is known as a control line. कंट्रोल लाईन म्हणजे काय, अशी लाईन की जिथे सिनेमा हॉल, फॅक्टरीज किंवा कमर्शियल बिल्डिंग्स असतील ना ज्याच्यामध्ये ओव्हर क्राऊडेड अट्रॅक्ट्स लार्ज नंबर ऑफ व्हेकल जास्त जिथे अट्रॅक्ट होतात तिथं काय करतो आपण एक सेटबॅक ठेवतो. बिल्डिंग लाईनपासून ते त्या डिस्टन्सपर्यंतचा एक सेटबॅक ठेवतो. तर ती लाईन जी आहे अप टू विच द बिल्डिंग्स आर कन्स्ट्रक्टेड त्या लाईनमध्ये त्याला बोलतात कंट्रोल लाईन. बघा जनरली काय होतं, कंट्रोल लाईन्स म्हणजे काय, तिकडून असं सेंटर ऑफ द जॉईनिंग स्ट्रीट ऑर द रोड अँड वन ऑफ टाईम दॅट द बिल्डिंग लाईन. ओके, सी यू कॅन सी हियर, सी दिस इज अ buildable area, this is a rear yard or the setback, require yard, building area, building line. You can see this is a building line. This is a street. Okay, this is a street, this is a front lot line, this is a front yard, this is a building line. Okay, So everyone understood what is the control line, what is the building line? Okay. There are lots of road, national highway, state highway, major district road, okay, village roads, other district roads. The every roads, the distance of the building and control line is depend upon the category of the street and its width. Okay. Rules are different from the each roads or each agricultural zone or the urban development zone or the urban areas. Okay, you can see here building unit. This is a building line. Okay, this is a center line. From center to this distance is called as a building line. Okay. Okay, so next part is the various forms of the building coverage. So what are the various forms of the building coverage? First one is the covered area, second one is the plinth area, third one is the floor area, fourth one is the built up area, fifth is the carpet area, and last one is the FSI. FSI means floor space index. What is the floor space index? It is the built up area of the floor upon the plot area. So we will discuss it one by one. You can see here plinth area. This all part, the red part is called as the plinth area. Okay, and carpet area means what? The remaining part. This is the remaining part is called carpet area except toilet, except stairs. Stairs, porch or the corridor room is all come under the super built up area. Okay. This next part is the built up area. Okay, we move on to the built up area. So what is the built up area? It is the area which is covered by all floors in the building. Okay, built up area means what? It is the area which is covered by all the floor in the building. It includes the everything covered under the roof. The area occupied by the balcony, staircase, it excluded from the built up area. Okay, you can see here what are the details to be included in the built up area. Basement, building structure, ramps, swimming pools, reservoirs, chimneys, water purification plant. Whereas not to be included, steps, ota, kundi, soak pit, foundation, manhole, water tank. These all are not included in the built up area. Okay. So you understood what is the built up area, which is the area which is covered by all the floor in the building. The next one is the plinth area. So what is the plinth area? It is the built up covered area measured at the floor level of a building. Okay. In that building, what is included? See, area to be included in the plinth area. Area of the wall at floor level excluding the plinth offset external areas of the projection cladding. Also the cover of the stairs, machine room, porch without cantilever. These are included in the plinth area. Okay. Or loft, internal shaft of sanitary installation greater than the 2 meter square areas, vertical sub breakers, architectural burns, cornices, towers, domes, unclosed balconies. Okay, these all are included in the plinth area. Okay, these all are included in the plinth area. And what is not included in the plinth area? Additional floor, that is the seats in theaters, assembly halls, auditorium, balcony, platform without cover terrace, domes, tower at a terrace, spiral stairs. Okay, these all are not included in the plinth area. Means what? Plinth area is basically, what is plinth area? It is the built up covered area measured at the floor level of a building. Or it is the means the built up covered area which is measured at the floor level of the basement or any story. That is called as the plinth area. Okay. The next is carpet area. Carpet area means what? Where we can spread a carpet. Okay, or the useful rooms where we use the rooms, that is called as a carpet area. तुम्ही जर कधी कोणत्या बिल्डरकडे गेला तिथं कार्पेट एरिया विचारलं तर ते सांगतील, बिल्टअप एरिया विचारलं तर ते सांगतील. बिल्टअप एरिया ऑब्व्हियसली कार्पेट एरियापेक्षा जास्त असतो. ओके, सो द कार्पेट एरिया म्हणजे काय, जी स्पेस आपण पूर्णपणे यूज करू शकतो, दॅट इज कॉल्ड, किंवा जिथं आपण कार्पेट टाकू शकतो, दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ कार्पेट एरिया. So what is the carpet area? It is defined as the actual area of the usable rooms at any floor level. Okay, it is defined as the actual area of the usable room at any floor level. It does not include what? It does not include sanitary accommodation, verandas, corridors, passages, stores in domestic buildings, staircases, shafts from the lift, garages, air conditioned ducts and plants. These are not included in carpet area. Okay, see, you can see here, see the carpet area: bedroom, balcony, living, dining, toilet, kitchen. I think in this carpet area toilet is not included, but here is a mistake about this. Okay, this is a wall area, you can see here, this is color of the wall area, these all are wall area. Okay, wall area and the built up area. But in the built up area toilet is included, but in carpet area toilet is not included, as well as the balcony is also not included. Only the bedroom, living room and the kitchen is included in the carpet area. Okay, and super built up area, see, corridors, lift, lobby, lift. This is the staircase, porch area. This also common areas are included in the super built up area. Okay, understood the difference between the carpet area, built up area and super built up area? Okay, we will move to next slide. Floor space index or the floor area ratio. So what is the floor space index? It is also called as the floor area ratio. It is defined as the ratio of the total built up area. It is the ratio of the total built up area for the building which is taken together to the total plot area. Okay, in exam point of view it is very much important. See, the floor space index is different for different areas, like floor space index for the various parts of the same city may vary, or also permitted in cities, and in rural or Gauthan areas may different. So what is the FSI? That is the built up area of the floor upon the plot area. Okay, that is called as the floor space index. See, zone, if there is a residential zone, the permissible FSI is 1, maximum at 0.4. If the residential city area, then the permissible FSI is 4. Width of the road width of the road is more than 12 meter. If again the residential area in city areas, the permissible FSI is 3. For industrial areas 1.5. For commercial areas it is 1.33. See, you can see here the difference. Floor space index 1, floor space index 1. If there is a FSI, you can see here. Okay. Okay, so in today's lecture we discuss about what is the setback distance, what is the covered area, what is the built up area, what is the carpet area, what is the floor area ratio, what is building line and control line. Okay, what is the height regulations for the building. In next lecture we will discuss about what is the floor area, what is the covered area, what is the concept of VPR, what is the room sizes, what are the room sizes we used, or generally the other requirements of the kitchen, bathroom, water closet, height, or the loft or the store rooms, what are the minimum sizes of that rooms, we will discuss in next lecture. Okay, if you have any doubt regarding this lecture, you can directly ask me on our WhatsApp group or the Google Classroom, or you can comment me on the our YouTube channel. Okay, give me presenting on the comment box of the YouTube channel. Okay, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Take care.